Hey guys, so here's a little quick video of how I made the lungs. So here are some of the supplies that I used for just the lungs, not the background image with the person's silhouette or anything. So you'll see the glue gun, glue stick, black cartridge paper, some construction paper. In this case, when I redid it for the video, I used light pink because I was out of the red. So use any color that you have. I also used small pieces of cardboard, markers. I used black paint and cling wrap. I think that's it. But here I'm just sketching out an outline of the lungs. I did it on one sheet and then I'll just cut both together. Yes, so I'll just cut both together so I'll have the same size and shape for both lungs. Now I'm just drawing the veins. They're not actually called veins, but I'm not a biologist. Some just call it veins. So I'm just drawing those on. I think they're the bronchioles or something like that. So drawing the same image or as similar as possible to the first one. Then I'm highlighting it with red so it pops, because just the pencil alone really wouldn't show through. So I'm doing that. I added like a small ball towards the end, just for added effect, nothing special. And I'm repeating the process on the other one. Alright, there we go. So save your scrap paper for later on, you'll see why. Now I'm just cutting small strips of cardboard. This will be used to outline the lungs, just to give it a little bit of a border. So when I add the cling wrap on top, it won't just be laying flat on it. So, just a little bit of height it will give it. Alright, now onto the paint. So I'm using black paint. This isn't really necessary. It's just to add a little bit of finishing to it. So I was going to use a marker, but I can't finish my marker on cardboard. So I just use a paint. In the initial project, I painted both sides. But because this was just to do the tutorial, I did just one side. But you can do both. You can do none. It's all up to you. And here now, so this is a step that can be skipped if you can find some plastic straws or straws that are fat enough to use for the tube that connects down to the bronchi. I didn't have any straws, wasn't going to go searching, so I made my own. So I just put a pencil inside the paper, roll it to keep the inside hollow, and then I just stuck that together with the glue. Here I'm cutting off the extra pieces. Yeah, nothing too fancy, but this part, making the tube leading to the bronchi, this was the most difficult part, because attaching that one tube to the two down the bottom, it posed a little bit of a challenge. It also did in the first project. I'm sure there's something easier that could be done, but yeah, this is what I did. If you can find an easier solution, by all means go ahead. Right, so I'm just here trying to make it work as best as possible, cover all of the unfinished parts with a little bit of construction paper, going back and forth, seeing what looks best. This is also an unnecessary step, but I like when my projects look finished. I did do it a little neater for the official project, but for this one it's just to show how it's done. It's moving a bit fast, but I hope you can get the picture. So here now I'm just cutting off any excess. Oh, and also throughout this process I made sure to blow into the tube at the top and make sure that air was passing through the bottom too, because that is essential to making sure that the lungs inflate, because if no air is passing through the bottom too, then no air would be going into the lungs when you're trying to demonstrate how the breathing process works. So here I'm just attaching the top part, that part that's diagonal that would lead to the nose. So that's the part that you would blow into to let the air go down to the bottom two pieces. But yeah, just covering up, well, connecting and covering up those parts as well.